Okay, so for the first question, an example of intersectionality, someone I know, my cousin, is actually gay, and I was unaware of who the gays were, like as a group and how they acted, until he recently came out as being gay. And I know it was really hard for him because he was kind of scared and lost at the time, and he started cutting himself and kind of getting really depressed. And then once it took a lot out of him when he came out as gay, and it was kind of a disappointment to his mother at the time because she was upset. But I think as he's grown, like this was a few years ago, and as he's grown, it's really helped him, like who he is and how he's came out, and his mom is more understanding of the situation. And he still kind of lives with that depression and guilt of who he is, I think, which is sad. And it's hard to get him to be like more motivated as a person and want to go out and do something, because it is okay to be gay and open, because that is who you are. And he still lives with depression. In college, he goes to IU, so it's really hard for him to kind of get out. He's more of an internal person. He keeps to himself. So I do see, like, my family member being gay, it is very hard, and in the society we live in, to be accepted for who you are, because he's still struggling in college right now, and it's sad to see. But I think as he continues to grow and he continues to express himself and open up as a person, that the society in the future will be more accepting of gays. Okay, the second one is over content objectives and what I've learned in the course. I've learned a lot in the Gender 200 course. We've talked about discrimination between men and women with employment, sports. We talked a lot about co-ed sports, discrimination against lesbians, gay, bi, queer, transgenders. Like we watched a video called Deep Run, and it was mainly discrimination against a transgender, and she had trouble finding a job, fitting in with her community, trouble with school. She ended up dropping out and becoming a mascot for school events. We talked about co-ed sports. Should girls be able to play guy sports, like play football, wrestling, and all that? And then we talked about sex workers. We watched a video, Scarlet Road, which was about, it was her employment. That was her job, to go around and pleasure the men who couldn't pleasure themselves. It was, you sign a contract and all that, which was like interesting to watch and see how that was actually labeled as a job. And we've talked about how she was discriminated. Is she considered a prostitute? Is she considered a stripper? And is how most people did not like what she did with her job. So I felt I've learned a lot about this course, because I now can see how men and women differ and how criticism is still going on between men and women in society. So last but not least, number 3, we have ethics and social responsibility objectives. And after taking this course, Gender 200, how I view people in society is going to change tremendously. Like before I took this course, I was unaware of the lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, like that organization. And after watching all the videos and taking notes and hearing about it in class and the lectures, I've learned more about their struggles and what they have to overcome every day, how they struggle to fit into the community, get a job, and not technically get a job, but not be discriminated in the workplace. And I've learned more about that and the criticism they take, and how I view them will change, because as I look at them, I will know like their struggles and what they deal with every day, and that'll change how I approach them, react to them, interact with them. So I plan to be more accepting of people such as them and the others we've talked about in the course of Gender 200.